name is Tim Krager, and I'm going to be talking about the etiology of the Zika virus. Just some basic background. The Zika virus is a mosquito-borne flavivirus, which is closely related to the dengue virus. It was first isolated from a rhesus monkey in the Zika forest in Uganda in 1947. Then in mosquitoes in the same forest in 1948, and then finally in humans in Nigeria in 1954. The Zika virus is endemic in parts of Africa and Asia, and was first identified in the South Pacific after an outbreak on Yap Island in the Federated States of Micronesia in 2007. The Zika virus is an RNA-based virus. There are several differences between DNA and RNAs, some of them being that DNA viruses are mostly double-stranded, while RNA viruses are single-stranded. RNA tends to mutate at a higher rate than DNA. DNA replication takes place in the nucleus, while RNA takes place in the cytoplasm. DNA viruses are stable, while RNA viruses are unstable. Finally, in DNA viruses, the genetic code is injected for duplication and decoding, and the RNA viruses skip DNA for duplication and decoding. The picture which you see is a digitally colorized transmission electron microscopic image of the Zika virus. The virus particles are colored red, are 40 nanometers in diameter, with an outer envelope and an inner dense core. As I just mentioned, the Zika does have an envelope, and the envelope is a lipid and protein structure that surrounds the capsid of the virus. They are vital. Both of these things are vital to many of the functions of the virus, such as attaching to the cells, entry into the cells, and the release of viral contents into the cells. The envelope also helps protect the virus from many different threats as well. As is mentioned on the slide, the Zika virus belongs to the Flaviviridae, which is a family of positive single-stranded enveloped RNA viruses. They are found in arthropods, such as ticks and mosquitoes, and can occasionally infect humans. All the members of this family belong to a single genus, which is the flavivirus, and some of them can cause widespread morbidity and mortality throughout the world. Some of the mosquitoes transmitted viruses include yellow fever, dengue fever, Japanese encephalitis, and Zika virus. And lastly, the picture which I have here is of the dengue virus, which is, as I said before, related to the Zika virus, and also when they were first finding the Zika virus, it was mistaken for the dengue virus. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Simber Canaperi, and I'll be talking to you all about the signs and symptoms of Zika. There are two noticeable signs of Zika. The first sign consists of conjunctivitis, which just means that there is redness in the eyes of the infected individual. The second sign is a splotchy, reddish-looking rash. This can be on any part of the body's skin, or sometimes it can be spread out in multiple places over the body. The symptoms of Zika include headaches, muscle and joint pains, and a mild fever. You'll also experience malaise, which just means a general discomfort or feeling of being ill. Some people infected with the disease may experience only a select few of these symptoms, while others may find that they suffer from many or all of them. The same goes for signs. Sometimes the eyes may only be light in the reddish color, and the rash may be hard to see, so it's important to look closely at the signs and symptoms together to know if you do have the disease. When it comes to Zika, the good thing is that the disease is considered to be mild. Normally, it will only last for a few days or a week at the most, meaning that it should only last around 2 to 7 days. Also, it is very unlikely that if you catch the disease, you'll have a severe reaction or die from it. However, if you do see any signs or feel any, even if you don't believe they're caused by Zika, you should definitely seek medical help as soon as possible to cure you of the disease. Sometimes, because the symptoms are so mild, people might think that they don't need to see a doctor and that they don't have the disease. It's important to make sure to get checked out if any of these signs or symptoms are shown despite that, so that you don't prolong getting the medical help needed and are able to avoid any further symptoms and get back to feeling your absolute best.
The Zika virus has no specific medicine or vaccine that can be used for treatment, but its symptoms are simple to manage and it can be easily prevented by following a list of protocols recommended from the CDC. First and foremost, nobody wants to get sick, and if you don't get sick, then there's nothing to treat. Preventing the Zika virus is as easy and as simple as limiting your exposure to it. This means avoiding mosquito bites as much as you can, especially in high-risk areas. There are many things you can do to keep mosquitoes at bay, even while camping or spending time with your family outdoors. If you don't have a door or window screens in your home, or if you're camping, sleep under a mosquito net to prevent bites. When outside, use insect repellent and wear long-sleeve shirts and long pants. You can also treat your clothes and gear with permethrin to keep away the Zika-causing pests. Finally, mosquito netting can be used to cover carriers, strollers, and cribs to protect our little ones from mosquito bites. Sometimes, all our best efforts are not enough, and a family member or friend ends up with the Zika virus. In caring for the affected individual, treat their symptoms as you would treat the flu. Make sure they get plenty of rest, stay hydrated, well-nourished, and control their fever and pain with medicines like acetaminophen. If you're worried or concerned about some of the symptoms of Zika, contact your healthcare provider about any additional medications or services that might help ease the symptoms. It is extremely important to remember to prevent the spread of the virus in your home and family. While caring for someone with Zika, make sure to take these following steps of precaution. Wash your hands often with soap and water. Clean the affected person's environment daily with household cleaners. And finally, immediately clean and sanitize any surfaces that have infected body fluids on them. No one wants to get sick. So remember, even though there's no medicine or vaccine for the Zika virus, the best way to treat it is to avoid getting sick in the first place.
This is Rebecca Orton, and I'm going to tell you about transmission and reservoir.
While the main virus appears to be from monkeys, which we know because we've isolated the actual virus from monkeys, Zika antibodies have been found and isolated in sheep, goats, cows, horses, ducks, as well as orangutans and something called a carabao, which is like a buffalo.
Antibodies have also been found in mice and bats.
While the reservoir animals have been previously thought to be asymptomatic, one study on the pigtail macaque did show Zika virus transmission to them. Zika is transmitted when a mosquito of the genera Aedes, Anopheles, or Mansonia bites an animal or person, takes in infected blood, and then bites a non-infected individual. The virus amplifies in the human or in the non-human primate, and transmits when one or several mosquitoes bite the same infected individual and then go on to bite one or several non-infected people. Fun fact, since Anopheles mosquitoes are the predominant vector for falciparum malaria, the kind that kills the most people, it's hypothetically possible to contract both Zika and
Transmission can also occur during sex, during a blood transfusion, or from mother to fetus during pregnancy, though so far it isn't passed through breastfeeding.